Hello everyone, welcome back. Today I'll be doing my intro for my plan to pan for 2025. If you don't know what a project pan is, the way I explained it to my partner was it's essentially like how many licks does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop, but with makeup. So essentially what you do is you track your usages on products and see how many uses it takes to get either to the pan or to completely use it up. Most things I don't use up entirely. I do have a decent sized collection, but certain other things I will roll in to use up completely. I got very into Project Pan about 2 years ago. I just kind of decided that I didn't want to be buying new things all the time, and I wanted to get good use on the things that I already had. So Project Pan is a really good way to get some love on your older products, maybe find new ways to use them, and just kind of appreciate what you have instead of buying new things all the time. Last year I panned 4 palettes, which definitely dominated most of my makeup wearing for the entire year. So this year I wanted to be a little more relaxed and maybe just pull back a little bit on like eyeshadow panning and do more like rolling project pan. Some things will have like usage goals as opposed to like the goal of hitting pan. I do have a palette that I do want to get pan in every shade, so let's just get into it. These usages so far started on January 1st of this year, so I'll be doing like updates every month to just kind of see how much I'm using it, how far we're getting. So the first thing is my Oden's Eye Solmane highlighter palette. This is one of the only highlighter palettes that I have, so I get a lot of use on it just organically anyway, but there have been certain highlighters that I've been wanting to kind of purchase and try out, but I'm gonna kind of make myself get some pan on this before I buy new. So this is the inside of the palette. So far this year I have 9 uses on the gold. I have 2 uses on the bluish shade. I have 5 uses on this kind of like rose gold color. And then I have no uses on the like greeny gold so far. So this is how the palette is looking. I think the gold will probably be the first one to get a pan, but I'm very excited. Apologies if my cat is making noise. She saw something shiny and so she gets very like vocal because she wants to chase the shiny thing that she saw. So that's a highlighter palette. Next I have a few cream face products. This was something that I started on last year. This is by AF94. This is the only thing I've tried by the brand, but this is the Playdate multi-use cheek and lip color. I don't use it on my lips. It does not make a very good lipstick. It's very sheer, and then it just kind of like fades off really easily. But this is the shade Savor. Between my uses last year and this year so far, I have 64 uses. And this is how much product we have left. So I can definitely imagine I'll be able to use this up by the end of the year. So there's that. My Fenty cream bronzer. This is the Freestyle cream bronzer in Amber. I rolled this in at the start of the year with intent to pan it. I would like to get a really large size pan, but I have 12 uses so far, and at 9 uses I got this really small little pan. So easier to pan than I thought it was going to be. Obviously, it wasn't like new when I rolled it in, but yeah, I'm hoping to use probably most of this. I will imagine that I'll use it until it gets like inconvenient to use, until there's just like a little bit of like product around the edges. But yeah, I really like this. I enjoy using it, so I think it will be a pleasure to pan throughout this year. Next, I have a few lip products that I want to get good use on this year. The first one is this Velvet Lipstick by Oden's Eye. This is in Red Cherry. I got this in a mystery box, actually, I want to say back in like 2021, maybe? But this is Red Cherry. I don't wear a lot of red. I tend to wear red more so around like Christmas time, but I'm gonna try to get some more use on this, get this down to a little bit of a nub. Yes, Maya, we hear you. I told you she's very vocal. So far this year, I have 3 uses on this, so we'll see how much of a dent I can put in that. Next lip product is my Glamlite Strawberry Shortcake lipstick. This is from the original lip kit that they did. And it looks like this. It's like a very, very bright pink. Once again, in the past few years, I haven't really been into super bright lip colors. I'm definitely more of like a nude or a gloss type of person. But don't want this to get neglected. It's a very cute lipstick. I love the packaging, so I definitely want to see how much I can use it this year. So far this year, it has 5 uses, and that's where we're at. Now these other 2 things, I have not formally counted the uses yet, but I decided that I would like to roll them in because they are kind of an older product. But these are the Colourpop Hello Kitty lip glosses. These came with the Snow Much Fun collection, I believe. One of them I used up entirely last year, so I would like to go ahead and finish these up before they get gross. You know how sometimes old lip products will get that like gross crayon smell. I don't want them to get to that point. So the pink is So Chilly. I have it on today. It's very, very close. There's not a lot of product left in here, so it shouldn't take me too long to finish this up. By my next update, it might be gone. So yeah, we'll see. I'll start tracking the uses on these today, so we'll go ahead and say that this is 1 use in the project. And then the other shade, this kind of like shimmery, clear white, is Icicle Pop. I do really like this one, but it's probably about half full, so yeah. Get some uses on that too, and see if we can finish it. As far as palettes go, I have rolled this in. Not with intent to pan, but I wanted to get 15 uses on each shade since it's newer in my collection. I didn't want it to be neglected by, you know, panning 2 palettes the entire year. So this is what it's looking like so far this year. On these 3 shades, I each have 10 uses, so I only have 5 uses to go on these ones. 3 uses on this purple, 4 uses on this one, 7 on this one, 8 uses on this one, 3 uses on this one, and 4 uses on this one. And this is what the palette is looking like. Getting a pretty big dip in this shade and this shade after the 10 uses. So hopefully we'll have a pretty big dent in these shades after I get all 15 uses. So yeah, that'll be fun. And I think once I hit the 15 uses on this, I'll probably roll in something else and do like a usage goal. I have a few other palettes that are newer to my collection that I haven't really gotten a lot of good use on. So I think I'll kind of do it rolling project pan style. And then I'm rolling in the September Rose Brew palette. I don't believe September Rose is still around. So this is definitely an older palette. I want to say I've had this since 2019, 2020. It's an older palette for sure, but it's a really beautiful, like, warm, neutral palette. I would love to hit pan in every shade of this, for sure. So, in milk tea, I have 3 uses. In tea latte, I have 8 uses. Those are really easy to just, like, kind of throw on the brow bone. I think they'll be the easiest pans to shade. Shades to pan. Good lord. Good lord, if I can talk. 3 uses on this shade, 2 uses on this shade, 1 use here, and 2 uses here. And here's how the palette is looking so far. I think this shade right here, even when I feel it, it's got a really big dip in it, so I think I will have a pan on that shade very soon. Yeah. And that's what we got for that palette. So that is my 2025 plan to pan. Are you panning anything this year? Comment below and let me know. Like, subscribe if you want to go on this panning journey with me. And thank you for watching. Bye-bye.